Michael Cook is ready to get the weekend started with a couple of movies. Both of those are streaming, while one is also available in theaters. So we're talking about Eat Wheaties and the highly anticipated In the Heights. So which one do you want to do first, Michael?
Good morning. Let's start off with In the Heights. Okay. This is the highly anticipated new movie from Lin-Manuel Miranda of Hamilton fame. This movie is based on his 2008 play, which won a slew of Tonys. Basic plot line is it's set in a place called Washington Heights. It's in a small little neighborhood in New York City. It's a Latino neighborhood with Dominicans and Cuban descent and other folks from Latin America. Anthony Ramos owns a small little convenience store. He interacts with the neighborhood in various different ways, but he has dreams of moving to the Dominican Republic to take over his deceased father's beach bar. That's one storyline. There's another storyline of Jimmy Smits plays a car taxi service whose daughter is back from Stanford, and her struggles from living out west and going to an Ivy League school. And there's multiple storylines. Another storyline of the hair salon owners and the gossipy girls, as they call themselves. This, of course, is a musical, so there is constant musical numbers throughout the film, and they are just delightful. There are a lot of big productions right off the bat. One of the very first songs, In the Heights, will just, if you like musicals, will just grab you right at the beginning. But the storyline, it weaves its various storylines together very, very well with people that you really come to care about and hope that they succeed in whatever dreams they had, which is part of what this movie is about. It's following your dreams. It's also about your neighborhood and community, the fabric of the community, and how we're all intertwined and connected in friendships and relationships. I just loved this movie. I thought it was a lot of fun. I will say it's a touch too long because it is a play, but that's based on a play, but it's a minor quibble. But the songs are very catchy. The musical productions are just fantastic, and a lot of big, spectacle, which I thoroughly enjoyed. I love this movie. It's playing on HBO Max, or you can go to the theaters and see it. I give it a 10 out of 10.
Whoa!
So just a wonderful, wonderful movie. I think it's, your kids will love it. You'll love it. Just a good flick.
All right, I'm not a big musical fan because I just think it's so unnatural that someone's just talking along, all of a sudden they just break into song. That bothers me, but okay, maybe I'll check this out a couple years from now.
Movie number 2 to talk about is called Eat Your Wheaties. This is a small independent film that you can rent on Amazon Prime. It stars Tony Hale. He plays a kind of a socially awkward character. He kind of a little bit nebbish, lives a very mundane life with a boring office job, but he just tries too hard. He's kind of awkward and doesn't know how to interact with people. Well, at the very beginning, he is put in charge of his college reunion as one of the co-chairs, and he has to get on Facebook because he's not very big on social media. and the crux of the story is he went to college with movie star Elizabeth Banks, and he kind of knew her a little bit and starts writing her posts on her Facebook page, starts talking about his life. He thinks it's private messages, but because he doesn't know social media, they're actually posts. And he sends some letters. He wants to get a signed autograph from her for his brother's birthday, and it turns into a little bit of an obsession, but not in a creepy stalker way, just sort of a lonely guy wanting to reconnect with an old college acquaintance. Tony Hale perfectly plays this kind of sweet, but at times clueless and, like I said, socially awkward character who just wants a connection with people, just wants friendships, and just doesn't quite have that touch of how to connect with people, and his desire to be kind of friendly or reconnect with Elizabeth Banks gets him into trouble throughout the course of the film, costing him various parts of his life. This could be kind of a cringe-worthy comedy, kind of in the vein of The Office or Curb Your Enthusiasm, but I thought it was a very funny film. It's a very sweet film. You root for Tony Hale's character because he is well-intentioned and good-meaning. A lot of great supporting actors like Sarah Chalke and Sarah Goldberg round out the cast. I also enjoyed this movie. I give it an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
So,
Okay, that's still pretty good. You know, it's funny that you mentioned it's kind of like a little bit Office-esque. Early on when you're describing, I said, man, he looks just like the way he's acting is like Michael Scott. So there you go.
He kind of does. He kind of has that same awkwardness to him, but you can't help but root for him.
Yeah. There's plenty of times I was watching The Office. It felt so uncomfortable. I thought he's going to get fired. I had to change the channel. I could not handle the stress. Even
I felt the same way a lot of times.
All right, Michael. Thanks a lot. Pretty good reviews there. All right, let's go check in with the Rants right now. And you say I play.